Hello, everyone. Hope everyone had a great day trading today. It was a fantastic Thursday. Once again, very easy day. Today was much easier than yesterday. Just had some really clean moves. Hopefully, you guys had a similar day or better. I had a great day. I just noticed that my profit the last couple of days is over 9,000, which is insane. Absolutely insane. I need to be pinched. It's crazy. This has been what a journey. So amazing. So anyway, I want to one thing I was going to say is yesterday's profits, and this is, combining this small and large account together. But yesterday's profits, I had 4,577. So I don't know what this is telling me, but today I had 4,755. Can't make this up. That's craziness. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me that thinks it's nuts, but that's crazy. Anyway, let's get right on into today's trades. This is one of the first trades of the day. Shout out to Goody and Seb in the group. They both called. I wasn't in. I had some things. I think I was on a phone call or whatever. But pre-market, Seb had mentioned the setup on PLTR, and here lately, guys, PLTR has been a banger to trade. Good price action, good moves. You can basically, take it right off your support resistance levels, trade it to the LRCs. Look at that. Look at how clean that is. It's absolutely incredible. So it's one of just a stock I'm going to continue watching every day, um, and until it stops trading well. That happens. Like sometimes they run out of juice, price action goes bad, the bid ask, the spread gets big, and then you just have to leave them alone until they get back to being good. So we were talking about the market. I was saying, hey, let's let the first candle settle. Market's going down, market's going up. Market looked like it was pulling back, but we had this happen. And anytime I do not have to have a candle hit my level exactly, guys. That's when you're watching for price action, you see sellers push this all the way down when market open, but then the buyers smashed this right back up and gave us this huge strength candle off of this is the Anchored LRC mean or cyan, right? This was a long LRC that I've had drawn. Also, I provide those in my channel for everyone to be able to use, as well as the support resistance level. So if you guys aren't members and if you're planning on becoming a member, one of the things you'll get is support resistance horizontal lines, also live trading each day, call outs for each and every trade I take, but also I call out every trade that I can see that's kind of worth a trade. Uh, but anyhow, this push up off of the 200 EMA, the long LRC, the long LRCs, if you're wondering, those are drawn manually. The cyan and the Anchored LRC, those are drawn by script. That's it. That is a study. And those are available at the Use Think Script forum or on my Discord for free if you guys are interested and would like to try it out. So anyhow, let's get right into it. I was watching something. I was talking about another stock that I was getting prepared to get into. The only thing I was bummed about is I wanted to trade this in my small account and I totally forgot to trade it. So I ended up getting into SPY with a small account, and I'll go over that in a minute. And it was a great trade. I can't remember what my final percentage was, but I was up quite a bit. I didn't make a whole lot because I only got in one, or I got in two contracts and I scaled out early. But anyway, I'll show you that one in a second. So anyway, very, very simple, easy setup here, guys. This is what you're looking for. We saw this candle moving up. One of the traders called it out, said, hey, PLTR is moving. I looked over, said, absolutely. I loaded it. I forgot to have it loaded in my options. So I loaded it. I entered 40 calls because this was so strong. And I was like, hey, if this doesn't go, my exit's going to be here and I'll just take a loss. Um, or it'd be the 20 EMA, whichever came first. And next push was pretty strong push up. I took 20 off. Kind of, I wish I hadn't taken so many off, but I did. I took 20 off. I should have taken 10 here and 20 here, but I did it backwards. I took 20 just in case, because if you're watching the market at this time, the market was kind of pushing down. And so I was really concerned about this thing flipping and going the other way on me. So I took 20 off here. It pushed up, great move, another great move. I took 10 off, and then I took 5. I scaled 5 more on this push. So I was just constantly taking profit on the way up in the event that this popped and, came back on me. So then I just held the last, oh, I'm sorry. I scaled 3 on this push down right here. I think I scaled it on this one. I may have that on the wrong one. Yep, I scaled it on this red. I scaled 3 on the red right here. Let me fix that. Scaled 3 on that red, and then I held the last 2 just to see, because this was going consolidating sideways. And once it broke out of consolidation and then it didn't go anywhere and this red came down, I went ahead and exited. I could have made a little bit more, but it really wasn't worth it. I really made what I needed to make right here. So that worked out really, really well. Okay, next trade. Let's get on to it. Next trade was Tesla. This one was kind of a bummer. I got out early, but again, it was based off of what was going on in the market. Market started pulling back. We had key levels that SPY and Qs and NASDAQ were trying to get to. NASDAQ and Qs looked a little stronger than ES early on and SPY. And I saw them pulling back away from key levels, rejecting. And it just so happened right at the timing of this kick off of this LRC level, and it closed. So what I did, I entered on the break of this candle right here. It went up and then immediately went down. And so I said, you know what? I'm cutting my losses. I'm getting out. And I exited as soon as it was getting ready to close. And I lost $250. If I had traded my 20 EMA and my double red closing below the level strategy or rule, this would have I could have traded this all the way up to here. And that would have been an incredible trade, but I didn't. So I'm not gonna say I would have traded the whole way, but I still have a hard time even following my own strategy. So um, I know it works. It's amazing. I've back tested it probably 1,000 times now. Um, if you go and just watch the 20 EMA on a 2-minute time frame, it's incredible. Typically the way I would have traded this is I get in, I wait for this, I hold, comes up. I'm so close to the 20, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't exit on these. I got another close below. I push back up, continue holding. You get another green off the push of the 20. You would add here. That's why I put these in. This is the way I should have traded this. Add, scale out. This is a long LRC. I have to scale out on those now, but they've been they're being trusted very heavily. So scale out here, hold, scale out here, exit on the 2 reg since I'm so extended from the 20. That's it. That's how easy the trading strategy is. We do it each and every day, rinse and repeat. So super cool, worked out well. Good. Now I did lose on that one, but typically if I traded it the right way, and this is the other one I took another loss on. This was kind of a dumb trade. I tried to catch this giant move. I thought this was going to have really good continuation. It got up, it rejected my red LRC, went above, barely closed above the red LRC. This one closed above, so I thought this thing was going to go, get this giant nasty candle down. Market's also dumping at this time. Everything's going down. I'm like, what's going on? And that's part of us trading at this time, guys. We have to be super careful and just go ahead and take your profits. I felt really good about, I held my small account trade and my SPX trade for a long time today, which is kind of risky because at any moment we could get a something silly in the news that just completely destroys the trade. So be cognizant of the time that we're in right now. We're in just a real political environment where all it takes is one statement, one tweet, one something, and you're going to take a loss. So just be really careful. That's just something to think about. We talk about it in the group every morning. Be careful, take your profits, move on, at least scale out. And that's kind of what I did today. I scaled out early just in case. Kind of stinks because I would have had even way more profit today, but um, still great day. I will not ever, yeah, that's amazing. I never thought I'd be making 4,000, a day. So, so cool, so blessed. But anyhow, I got in here and here's where I got, so I thought, wow, okay, we came down. We did break structure here, but we pushed back up and closed over 206. So I was like, okay, I'm getting back in. I got in on this one when it moved over this one. I got in this and I was instantly in a loss and a loss, a loss, boom. So I exited right away. I can't remember. I think it was this candle, but I may have waited for the second one to start. And when it started going down, I just got out. So I ended up making a total loss of 350 for both of these trades. Kind of a bummer. Probably shouldn't have even got back in this one. One of the things we talk about in the group is like when you get this kind of sideways action like Apple had, you're better off waiting for a break of structure. Wait for the break of this high, and then you'll possibly get continuation because most likely that's what all the big boys are waiting for as well to see if there's going to be continuation above. And if you break it, then everybody hops on going, okay, we're uptrending, we're breaking structure. So that's probably the smartest. We were kind of wedging. Bad trade by me, but good management. I got out quick on both trades. Didn't let it like get too far away from me. I did lose 350 on it, but manageable, right? And let's see, is this one? Yeah. My last trade, this was an awesome trade. So um, this is SPY and SPX. So I traded SPY on small account and SPX on large account, and I traded them identically except for um, I scaled two times and then exited once the remaining one on my SPX. So once again, what I was looking at came down, pushed up off of the cyan above the 20 EMA. I took this as like a retest of this level. I had the 537 and then I had a clouded area. I wanted it to get through before I took upside movement. But the reason I did take this is because not only was this a powerful move when it happened, but there was other major levels being broken at the same time. And some had already broken and had retested and pushed up. So the way we trade this strategy in the group is we don't just use, one entity like the Anchored LRC or the 20 EMA. We use everything, and that's how you can be successful, guys. You use the entire everything that you're given. Use your grids, which or use your charts. I use 24 different charts, and I can constantly am viewing them, looking at where they at levels. Are they crossing over levels? Are they coming up to levels? And I call that out to the group too. I'm like, hey, watch out. We have Meta about to break a level. This may pull us. And sure enough, as soon as it does, boom, everything goes above their other levels. And then we're off to the races. And it's not just Meta. It can be Apple, but we want them to all be in sync. That way we can, have a higher probability of a move in the market. And it works. And that's how we trade it every day, along with the Anchored LRC, the levels, the long LRCs, and several other things. But anyhow, so I got in 4 calls right on this break. And normally I don't do that with SPX, but I did on this one. I did tell everyone, hey, I got in this. I'm getting in it early. I will hop out if this thing goes against me. It did pull down some, but it just continued and closed right here. So I felt okay. I got this nice big move. I scaled to here. Why did I scale to? Of course, I can hindsight every single trade I do. Um, at the time, this was my super long LRC. Okay. And when I go back and look at this super long LRC, I know that this has been an absolute, like a serious level for SPY to reject off of or hold above throughout its long term. I think this is back to either 20, I think it's back to 2023 is how far this long LRC, this super long LRC goes. That's what LRC means. Um, and so I know I just went ahead and scaled two right away because they have really made that much of a difference. Like typically will come up, boom, and then it goes down. But this thing went up, came back down, rejected my shaded area, pushed up again. So I did take two off there. I locked in some profit. I held. I scaled one um, right here, right at the mean of our of the long LRC. And then 540 was my target, but I ended up holding because everything seemed so strong, and I should have continued holding the 20 EMA. But you know, when you're up a certain amount of money, I feel like it's stupid to give back because let's just say this came here, it closed below this, boom, I get another big red candle here. Well, I was up 3,000 when I got out right here. I could have been knocked all the way down to like, 2,000. So I decided just to take profit. I was happy with that amount of profit and got out of the trade. So the small account, same exact thing. I got in two SPY calls here. I exited one. I scaled one here on the same exact time as I did the large account. And then I exited the last one here, which was only $180 profit, but that's excellent for a small account. So excellent work. I did not double my small account, not going to this week because um, I had that setback last week where I lost 600 and something, and then I lost another 200. I did start making that loss back up, so that's above it. I wanted to try to double it every week, but it is what it is. Once I get it back up, I think I'm close to the 3,200 rate level price now. I didn't check it today, but I think I'm back up to 30, either around 31 or 3,200. So I'm getting it back up to that level, and then I'm going to start hitting it heavy again with the same strategy. I'm just going to trade the same way that I trade the large account. It's just with less amount, right? And then taking the same percentage of trades. If you notice, I literally traded the exact same way. I just scaled more off because I had more in my large account, and that's why I was able to profit. Which also I traded SPX in my large account. That's why this is this, and I traded SPY in my small account. So that's it. Anyhow, I hope you guys had a great day. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, leave me a comment, um, help move the channel so other people can see this. This is really an incredible trading strategy, and I hope it can get out there and help other people. Um, and if you guys don't mind, yeah, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you get to see more videos like this. I try to do them every day. I don't get them out every day, of course, you'll see that. But anyhow, I really appreciate it. Thanks again. And also, if you want to become a member, there's a link in the description. If you want to know how to manually apply the long LRCs, there's also a link in the description for that. You guys take care. Have a blessed evening, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.